Well, you know, lest there be any doubt, me, Ronnie-Dean-Ward, I am the kit and caboodle, all of it. Nixon, Reagan, Carter, Ford, G.W., Obama, Biden, and thank God for Trump 1.0 and Trump 2.0, and we're already in Trump 3.0, because he had a term he won, and we had a disputed time of 4 years, so that's his turn too. And he's already in his third term now. Yeah, so do we get to 4.0? If we get to 4.0 Trump, then we're at Roosevelt, plus some extra too, and then came Truman. So we got a long way to go, people. So don't sweat the small stuff, and, well, keep it dry, real dry, martini dry, dry. Dry. Like dry. Martini dry. Where churn and chaos are not just amusing, they can dry. Well, martini. Dry. Well, there you go. Well, what do we say to that? Well, here in this place where I am, where there's green lights on the floor mysteriously disappearing. No, it's from up there. No, that's really bright. Or red lights over there, or white lights there. Now, don't turn out the light, whatever you do. I don't know where it is. But the point I'm making is, well, dry. Martini dry? Well, the Iraqi Kurds are meeting with the president. You have to have a way to drink it, not out of a bottle. No, if I had a bottle to pour this, dry, whatever, a martini. A martini. Well, I don't have anything. I don't have anything of any shape, color, size, material, or anything to have a martini. No. So I simply have went to a place on 96, I think, and Broadway called Manhattan Diner, and sat there and simply by myself in a booth and looked out the way, ordered some food and said, a Manhattan, and they bring it, and I drink it out of that glass. That's the closest thing to a martini I know. A glass, anyway. A Manhattan. I don't know how they make that. I know how to make one, but anyway, you get my point. I mean, like, what the hell am I supposed to be doing here? Well, whatever I'm doing here. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be doing what I am doing. What I want to do. Like that. The State Department has precisely one Senate confirmed person in place, and that's the Secretary of State. Oh, look at there. I'm hungry. Because I have all the time in the world. I really do what I want. So if I want to drag out this twice baked potato thing like all of this, and that's what I want to do, then that's damn well what I do. And post up the videos that are meaningless to anybody. I guess so. We'll see. We'll find out eventually. So let's wrap this up just like this. And then it goes up there, and I'll wrap it. And then all I have to do is put it in this oven, you see. Here, the oven. Take the stuff out, put it in that little pan and turn it on, and it'll bake. Yeah, and it'll bake, and then it'll be baked. And then that'll be done, and I'll set it in the refrigerator and let it get cold. And then I'll be ready for eventually get to twice baked potato situation. Yeah, that's how long. And I already drained off some juice. That's good. That's 100% carbohydrate juice, whatever that is. Potato juice. Okay, if you know what to do with potato and potato juice, good for you. Salud! Stolaknaya vodka. Yeah, you know, because well, I'm back on again. Here's Rachel Maddow. Here's Mr. Potato Head. He's really juicy. He's very juicy. You'd be surprised how juicy this is. It's all carbohydrate in here. draining this off so I can bake it eventually. Look at all that from inside the potato. Yeah, all that. That just came out of potato and butter. That's all. Yeah. So, good enough for that. Look at my hands. Ugh, nasty is that? Very nasty. Nothing I think it is. All it is this butter here. Just this butter. That's all. So I'm going to put some more butter on it. And I'm going to wrap it up. And then it'll be ready to bake it. And once I bake it once, then I'll be able to open it and prepare it. And then I'll be able to have, well, a twice baked potato. Yeah, well, you take the potato out of the inside of the potato and prepare that, and then put that back on the inside of this potato. You do that. So you're a twice baked potato. That's how you do a twice baked potato. That is how you do a twice baked potato. Well, these steps. So I'm doing this. Somewhat.
The official explanation was a coding error, but let's stop and think about this. The sections missing were not random. They were sections that directly relate to limits on government power protections like habeas corpus, which shields individuals from unlawful detention. These are precisely
habeas
the kinds of
corpus.
Constitutional guardrails that come
Bring
into
me
public
the
discussion
body
during
that's
heated
alive
debates
is
over
what it
executive
says.
authority. If such
Bring me the person must be brought alive.
It changes what the casual
In the appropriate context, the appropriate person with that level of authority, well, a writ of mandamus or quashing and these things, I'm just saying what habeas corpus means. In the context of
particular
a
disappearance
chief
was intentional,
justice of
it
the
fits into a
Supreme
pattern
Court.
we have seen repeatedly.
Well, that's
Moments
the
where
Supreme
information
Judicial
inconvenient to
Authority.
those in power
Would mean
becomes harder to access,
habeas
harder to
corpus,
verify,
a live,
and therefore easier
living
to distort.
body
In Trump's
before
political
the
career,
judge,
this tendency
before
has been
the
consistent.
court,
We have seen
before
it in
the
his claims
bar.
about
Well,
election
what
outcomes,
not?
in
Well,
his
this gets
reinterpretations
well
of
high
past
now.
events,
Okay,
and in
this
his
is so
alliances with
high. I
leaders who
just
help
can't
reinforce
imagine
these
how high
narratives.
this is.
Sometimes it's about
High
amplifying
as the Chief
stories that serve
Justice
as
is high, and as
Other
low as
times,
he's low.
It's about downplaying
One
or
person,
erasing
John
details
Roberts,
that
that's
undermine
it.
In either
As far as
case,
I know, that's
goal
it.
was
Don't
the
require
same.
it. I mean,
to control the
just come on,
story so that
people.
public
You just
memory
gotta do
favors the
better.
leader.
I mean,
And
come
why
on.
does this matter
What are you
economically?
gonna do?
Because political power and economic power are deeply intertwined.
This is
If
by
you
the
can rewrite
design of the
history to make your
Constitution.
administration
You can
look
read these
stronger,
words
fairer,
in Article
more
1,
protective
2,
of the
and
common person
3.
than it truly was.
Yeah, there's
You
no
can
dispute
maintain
about Articles
popular
1, 2,
support
and 3.
while enacting
No,
policies
doesn't
that may
matter.
in
There
fact
isn't.
serve
There
a narrow
can't
set
ever
of
be.
interests.
There can't
often
ever
the
be
wealthiest
dispute
and
about
most
the
well-connected.
existence or words
By
of
the
Article
time
1,
the
2, and
reality of
3.
those policies
Because
becomes
that's real
clear,
simple. That's
the
a
historical
problem.
narrative
It's
has already
authority.
been adjusted to deflect
Authority.
blame. So here we are with a president
Legislature
who,
or
when
legislate.
confronted with damaging
Authority,
information,
executive,
doesn't simply
executive
defend
authority,
himself on the
judge,
facts,
judicial.
but moves
This is
quickly to
really
reshape
basic.
the context itself. And when the historical record,
So-
even in the form of the Constitution, becomes vulnerable to disappearance or distortion,
No, it never.
we are entering a realm where the very basis for public
Never. It can't
accountability is at risk.
It
This isn't
can't
just a
ever
fight
be.
about partisan politics.
No,
it is a fight
no,
over whether
no.
citizens will have the tools to understand what their government is
never
doing
understand
and to hold
anything.
leaders accountable.
Because
for it.
we've never
This,
had
my
public
friends,
education.
is where our
And
story
even
begins.
Thomas Jefferson
Because what
wanted
happened
that.
here is not
But they
an
cut a
isolated
deal with
incident.
Patrick
It
Henry
is
to
part
put
of a
him off
larger architecture
and let
of
him be the
political
first
control,
person
one that
running
extends from
Virginia.
redistricting
So
battles
he'd
to
go
public
about his
scandals,
business doing
from
what he
online
did.
records to
So the rest
high-profile
of them
meetings
could get
behind
busy
closed
what they
doors.
wanted to do.
And the moment we
well, you
recognize
have
it as
the
such,
Virginia
we can start
Religion
connecting the
Statute
dots
and all
between
of
what
that.
seems like separate
Anything
events,
else and
but is in
everything
fact
else
a consistent political strategy. One of the most important realities about
well, it's a
political
mystery,
systems,
isn't it?
especially
Well,
those that call
just get
themselves
back to what I said
democratic,
here.
is that the rules of the game
Dino
are supposed
Aldo
to be
Wardo.
stable. Voters need to know that
Dino
the structures
Aldo,
determining who gets
6
elected are
videos.
not being rewritten every
Yeah, it
time a
has an
party sees an
address that
opportunity
shows
for
right on
short-term
it.
gain. But in the
280
United
East
States, we
21st
are watching
Street,
a
Brooklyn,
steady
New
erosion
York,
of that
USA.
principle, and the latest
Right
redistricting
here, I'm
controversies
looking
make
at
that
it.
very clear.
Yeah.
Recently,
Well, I
debates
don't know
erupted
how
over
that
whether
happened, but
states
it did.
encouraged
I
by
have no
political
idea.
leaders
Don't ask me.
should redraw their congressional
And this
maps
little
in
image, this
decades.
purple,
Now,
this is right off the
historically,
Roku
practice of
TV.
redistricting is done after
That
each
image
census
is
roughly
off the
every
Roku
10 years to
TV.
reflect
It is.
population changes.
6 videos.
This isn't just a tradition.
It is 6 videos.
It's an organizing principle
And
meant to
more
avoid constant
description
manipulation of voting boundaries for
of
partisan advantage.
Dino
However, reports
Aldor.
coming out now show an alarming
Description,
shift. Political
288
allies of Donald Trump
21st
have been
Street.
pushing for mid-cycle redistricting to gain additional seats in the House of
Brooklyn,
Representatives.
NY,
The example raised by
USA.
critics is the push in New York, where
Ronnie-Dean-Ward,
there was an effort to
Saturday,
redraw boundaries
21
in
March
2024 at the direct request of Trump
1964.
reportedly seeking 5
Email
more seats.
equals
Supporters of this move
DinoAldo@outlook.com.
by pointing to other states where one party
The
dominates
phone
and
number
controls
is
the lines.
+1
Opponents point
space
out that it breaks long-standing norms and undermines the credibility of the electoral process.
699-6993.
The danger here is
More
not only in the outcome
info,
of these specific seats, but in the precedent it sets. If one side feels entitled to change the rules whenever they see a political opportunity, the other side will eventually
21
respond in
August
kind and the
2025,
stability of the democratic
and there
process
are
Now,
12
here's
March
where the historical
21st in a
perspective matters.
year.
The erosion
Well,
of
this
political
one
norms
is
is
the
rarely an
6th
overnight
one,
collapse.
and
It is a slow
mine
process
is
in
the
which one
first
deviation
one,
from the
and there's
established
6
rules
more.
becomes the justification for
There are
another
6
and
more.
another until the system's
The
original
6th, it
safeguards
is
are no longer
yesterday,
recognized. In ancient
not
Rome,
today, and
for
the ones
instance,
5
there were
back,
strict limits
but
on the
my
concentration
one,
of
March
power in
21,
one individual.
is
But as
the
political crises